of a complex number. Locus of a complex number. Locus of a complex number. What is mean locus? Locus is nothing but the path traced by a point. The path traced by a point on a plane. A plane is known as locus. The path traced by a point is known as locus. The locus of a complex number is the path traced by a complex number. The path traced by a complex number is known as locus of a complex number. Now, a circle is defined as the locus of a point, P. Here the complex number, locus of a complex number is Z, which moves in a plane, such that its distance from a fixed point is always constant. Distance from a fixed point is always constant. That is, keeping a fixed distance with some other point, the point P moves. P is a complex number Z, and this is the point taken as origin. If P moves at a constant distance with O, it will make a circle. Then the locus of P, the locus of complex number Z will be circle. So circle is defined as the locus of a point which moves in a plane such that its distance from a fixed point, in that plane is always a constant. Is always constant means it will when it moves, P moves, the complex number Z moves, it will create a circle. The fixed point is the center of the circle, and the constant is the fixed point is known as the center of the circle, and the constant distance OP is known as a radius of the circle. Now, equation of the complex form of a circle. Equation of complex form of a circle. Complex form of circle. Equation of complex form of a circle. Here, the locus of Z that satisfies the equation Z minus Z naught equal to R. Z minus Z naught equal to R. This is Z naught, and this one is taken as Z. Z and Z naught. Z is the fixed point, and Z naught is the fixed point, and Z is the moving point. Now, the distance between Z and Z naught is equal to R, a fixed constant value, that is equal to that is modulus of Z minus Z naught, that is distance between Z and Z naught equal to R, where Z naught is the fixed complex number and R is the fixed positive real number, consists of all points Z whose distance from Z naught is R. Then Z minus Z naught equal to R is the complex form of the equation of circle. This is known as complex form of equation of circle. Z minus Z naught equal to R is the complex form of equation of circle. Now, this is Z naught, some point taken here, that is Z. So, Z minus Z naught is modulus of Z minus Z naught equal to radius R. This represents the complex form of equation of circle. Suppose Z minus Z naught is less than R. Modulus of Z minus Z naught is not equal to R, that is less than R. Then the Z represents the points interior of the circle. Then it represents Z minus Z naught less than R represents the points interior on the circle, interior of the circle. So Z minus Z naught equal to R represents the complex form of equation of circle, and Z minus Z naught less than R represents the points interior of the circle, and then Z minus Z naught greater than R, Z minus Z naught is greater than R represents the points exterior of the circle. Is greater than R means point exterior of the circle. Equal to R represents the equation of circle in complex form. Less than R represents the points interior of the circle. Greater than R represents the points exterior of the circle. modulus z equal to r, modulus z equal to r, z equal to x plus iy, z is taken as x plus iy, then modulus of z means root of x square plus y square equal to r, which implies squaring on both sides, x square plus y square equal to r square. Squaring on both sides, you will get x square plus y square equal to r square. This represents the equation of circle, the center at the origin and radius r units. Represents the equation of circle, center at the origin and radius r units. Here question number 1 in exercise 2.6. Given question is z is x plus iy, z equal to x plus iy, given z equal to x plus iy is a complex number such that modulus of z minus 4i divided by z plus 4i equal to 1, then show that the locus of z is, locus of z is real axis, locus of z is real axis. Real axis is nothing but y equal to 0, imaginary, y equal to 0, the imaginary part is 0 means it become a real axis. So you should prove that y equal to 0. Suppose if it is x is equal to 0, it is an imaginary axis. So now, given z equal to x plus iy, by using this condition, we should prove that the locus of z is real axis. So here given z equal to x plus iy, can substitute in it. Before that, we can simplify the given condition. By use of this condition, we should prove z minus 4i by z plus 4i equal to 1. We can separate the modulus because we have property modulus of z1 by modulus of z1 by z equal to modulus z1 divided by modulus z2. So modulus of z minus 4i by modulus of z plus 4i equal to 1. Can cross multiply this. Cross multiply will get modulus of z minus 4i equal to modulus of z plus 4i. Now substituting z equal to x plus iy, now substituting z equal to x plus iy in it, x plus iy minus 4i equal to x plus iy plus 4i. Grouping real and imaginary part, x is real, the remaining two terms contains I, that is these two are imaginary. Taking I as common, y minus 4. Now we have separated real and imaginary part. Here writing in a rectangular form, x plus I into y plus 4. That is separating real and imaginary. So writing in rectangular form, have it. The next one is modulus of x plus iy equal to, modulus of x plus iy is nothing but root of real part square plus imaginary part square. Now here we have root of x square real part square plus imaginary part y minus 4 whole square equal to, in the right side, x square plus of y plus 4 whole square. We have written in the form of modulus, applied a modulus value for the previous step. Now squaring on both sides. When squaring on both sides, the square would get cancelled. So remaining is, squaring on both sides, we will have x square plus y minus 4 whole square equal to x square plus y plus 4 whole square. Now we can cancel this x square both sides, expanding this result, y square plus 16 minus 8y equal to y square plus 16 plus 8y. Gain y square and 16 get cancelled. The remaining are minus 8y equal to plus 8y. Grouping one side. 8y plus 8y equal to 0. And 16y equal to 0. Which implies y equal to 0 is nothing but real axis. Therefore, the locus is real axis, which is real axis, which is real axis. Question number 2, exercise 2.6. If z is x plus iy is a complex number such that, this is a condition such that when following the condition imaginary of 2z plus 1 by iz plus 1 equal to 0, show that the locus of z is 2x square plus 2y square plus x minus 2y equal to 0. Z is a complex number following this condition imaginary of 2z plus 1 by iz plus 1 equal to 0, then its locus is the equation of 2x square plus 2y square plus x minus 2y equal to 0. We should prove this result. 2x square plus 2y square plus x minus 2y equal to 0. The given condition is given z equal to x plus iy and imaginary of 2z plus 1 by iz plus 1 equal to 0. So first of all find 2z plus 1 by iz plus 1 and then pick out the imaginary part from this equal to 0, equated to 0. Now 2z plus 1 by iz plus 1 equal to 2 into x plus iy plus 1 divided by I into x plus iy plus 1. Substituting z equal to x plus iy in this. Now writing in rectangular form numerator and denominator, which is equal to 2x plus I 2y plus 1 by ix I into I square minus 1, so minus 1y plus 1, which is equal to, now grouping real and imaginary, 2x plus 1 is real part, 2x plus 1, now grouping real and imaginary, I am writing here, which is equal to 2x plus 1 real part plus I into 2y imaginary part divided by, here 1 minus y is real part plus ix is imaginary part. Now we need a imaginary part of this complex number. Look at here, a plus ib by c plus id is a complex number, which is equal to a plus ib by c plus id. When we multiply, take conjugate, divide, when we divide a complex number by complex number, multiply the conjugate of the denominator to numerator and denominator. So c minus id by c minus id. Look at carefully here, the denominator in the form of c square plus d square, a plus ib into a minus ib, a square plus b square, plus here c plus id into c minus id, c square plus d square. When we multiply the numerator, a, b, real, imaginary, the next complex number c minus d is c and minus d are real and imaginary. Now when we multiply ac, multiplying these two will get real part, again multiplying these two and changing its sign, again we will get real part. So ac plus bd are real part plus I into, then without sign, just cross multiply, minus AD plus BC, that is BC minus AD is imaginary part. Look at here, when we multiply real to real, we will get real part, imaginary to imaginary and changing sign, we will get a real part, then real to imaginary minus AD, then this imaginary to real, we will get a imaginary part. So A plus IB by C plus ID equal to AC plus BD by C square plus D square plus I into BC minus AD by C square plus D square, that is equal to AC plus BD divided by C square plus D square plus I into BC minus AD divided by c square plus d square. This is real part, this is imaginary part when we divide it. Now look at here. Instead A we have 2x plus 1, instead B we have 2y, instead C we have 1 minus y, and instead D we have x. Just substituting in the equal form, so the imaginary part of, so imaginary of 2z plus 1 by iz plus 1 equal to, this will be equal to 2x plus 1 plus i2y by 1 minus y plus ix. Now comparing this one with the a, b, c, d form, here the imaginary part is bc minus ad by c square plus d square. Here b is 2y, and then into c is 1 minus y, b into c. This is imaginary part. We are taking only imaginary part of this result. So imaginary part of this result will be equal to BC minus AD. Here AB, CD, B into C, 2y into 1 minus 1 minus AD, A into D. That is x into 2x, x into 2x plus 1 divided by C square plus D square. C square is x square plus D square is 1 c square plus d square. Here c square is 1 minus y whole square plus d square is x square, which will be equal to given 0. Imaginary of this part equal to 0. So by taking imaginary part by use of this formula, from this result we can directly find the imaginary part, that is bc minus ad by c square plus d square. Here is b, we have b, this is a, b, c, d. So b into c, 2y into 1 minus 1 minus a into d, these are a into d, x into 2x plus 1 divided by c square plus d square. C square is 1 minus whole square plus d square is x square, which is equal to 0. This is very simple thing. Just now cross multiply it, will get 2y into, which implies just cross multiplying, this becomes 0. 2y into 1 minus y minus x into 2x plus 1 equal to 0. Now multiply inside 2y minus 2y square minus 2x square minus x is equal to 0. Now writing in order, minus 2x square minus 2y square minus x plus 2y equal to 0. Multiply by minus 2x square plus 2y square plus x minus 2y equal to 0 is the required result. Very simple thing. Just to keep in that formula, AD for imaginary part, you should take it here for real part and imaginary part. For imaginary part, for imaginary of a plus ib by c plus id, for imaginary part, we should multiply BC minus AD divided by c square plus d square. BC minus AD by c square plus d square. This is the formula to find imaginary part. BC minus AD by c square plus d square. Here A, B, C, D, write in a proper form A, B, C, D, and then taking the values of A, B, C, D, substituting in it, directly you can get the imaginary part. That is BC, B into C, that is 2y into 1 minus y minus AD. This is A and D are here, x into 2x plus 1. In between we have minus, divided by c square plus d square, that is c square plus d square. Then we have 0 here, given that imaginary of this part equal to 0, so we have taken imaginary part and it will be equated to 0. Now cross multiply this, becomes 0, so only numerator equal to 0. Simplify this, you will get the result. To find imaginary part, use this formula BC minus AD by c square plus d square. And these type of questions are very important for your 5 marks. Very important, these type of questions for 5 marks.